What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. On the screen right now is a brand new team that I built. I bought Blue Marcelo, Blue Ramos and Blue PK. You'll see more about that in the live section of the video. You're probably thinking, my god, NepentheZ, you're talking very fast, faster than normal. That's because I've got about 5 minutes 30 seconds of pre-recorded gameplay that then goes into a live section of the video. And you're probably thinking, this is a short video today. You're right. I had also recorded another 5 games that would usually take anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes. And that footage is corrupt. I have this issue. I have 2 versions of OBS. I have OBS and OBS Studio. And when my Elgato is open, what I do to record Facecam is I open OBS because that's where I record my Facecam. But when I stream, I use OBS Studio. Because of the way OBS Studio and Elgato interact, if I've got the Elgato open and then I open the OBS Studio, it causes the Elgato to glitch and I have to basically restart my computer before recording it. And what happened was I opened OBS Studio, completely forgot about the glitch, closed OBS Studio, recorded my video, then carried on recording on the Elgato, and boom, what do you know, I lost all the footage. So I think I lost 5 games, 5 wins in Division 1 actually. But hey, what are you going to do about it? So I will talk more about this team in the live section when we open the rewards in a few seconds. I've only picked 4 comments from the comment section because I don't have much time to talk today, but thank you for being here. Tomorrow's video is not going to be a FUT Champs gameplay. I'm going to do marquee matchups and maybe play a live game for tomorrow's video, because what I want to do is I want to have a video for Friday that's not FUT Champs so that I can spend all day Friday, if possible, playing FUT Champs to allow myself the opportunity to try and get through 15 or 20 games on the Friday. So the first comment that I wanted to read is hilarious, and it's a valid point, but something that I really would like to talk about. PPMU says, Nep's logic be like 88 Lukaku is basically the 87 Lukaku, who is basically the 86 Lukaku, who is basically the 84 Lukaku, and the 84 Lukaku who's not much better than Remy, which I would actually argue he's pretty much not. Remy's not that much better than Joshua King. King isn't that much better than the bronze Harrison striker from Spurs. So you know what? I'm not going to use 88 Lukaku, I'm going to use Harrison. And I laughed when I read that because it's hilarious. But there is a lot to be said for that to be relatively true. Not to the extent of Harrison and Lukaku, but there is so much to be said that, and we'll talk about this in a live, I will do like a Ruin a Randomer style episode tomorrow, because I want to talk about chem styles, chemistry, stats, and how they affect things and stuff a lot. But overall, once you get to a certain point, especially with the way chem styles work these days, once you get to a certain point, the stats get capped anyway. So when you talk about specifically relevant stats to player and their position, there is very, very little differences in certain cards for certain other cards, if you get my drift. TNT Keeler says, Nep, are you Wenger in or are you Wenger out? I'm Wenger in, but I hope if Arsenal don't finish in the top 4 this season, that Wenger stays, because Arsenal are currently being run as a business, not as a football club. The board are just happy with the money. So every time we get top 4, we make all that money from the Champions League revenue and stuff like that, so the board are happy. When we don't get top 4, board are unhappy. They're going to plough some money into the club, much like Man United this year. They bought Mkhitaryan, they bought Ibrahimovic, they bought Pogba, and they're doing great things. They're still not quite top 4, but they've got a better chance of Arsenal finishing there. So I actually kind of hope, which is a really weird thing to say, I hope Wenger stays, and I hope Arsenal finish outside the top 4 so the board will plough some money into the club. Rizan Yildiz says, Yo Nep, why don't you upload 1 hour earlier? For me it's 11 o'clock and I need to sleep. I want to watch the series. Can't you change it to 9 PM UK time or maybe 8 PM for example? If I want to comment something, it would be impossible for you to see the comment, and it would be impossible for other people to read my comment. Have a great day. Night. I disagree. You could just, if you like watching it at 9, just don't watch today's until 9 tomorrow, and then it's for you, it's a new video every day at 9. I upload at 10 o'clock every day just because it gives me the day to actually get the footage prepared and ready and then upload, and then the night afterwards to potentially record. If I then started uploading at 8 or 7, if something big comes out, let's say an big SBC comes out at 6, that takes me an hour or 2 to do for my main channel, which obviously is priority number 1 for me, then I'm going to be late on uploading for this channel. 10 PM just suits me the best. But in terms of your comments and stuff, you don't have to have a new comment for it to be read. I do read a lot of the comments. TL Greed says, Arsene Wenger's has the Invincibles, Nep has the Untradables. Interestingly, the Untradables is something that I did that then spurred on to become a series called squads for profit, where basically I would buy a squad for as little as possible, play with it, sell it on and see if we made any profit. It was a really good series, but the Untradables is really good because you can buy players for 350 coins, buy a whole team of 11 players for like, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 coins, play your 7 games with them, discard them and then buy them back again for the exact same value. And you don't have to worry about fitnesses, contracts, things like that. It's a really good technique to generate coins and preserve coins, but not so much important this year in FIFA because of how much EA give for basically nothing. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. So, guys, as you would have just seen some of the gameplay with the new team that I built. I didn't really talk or show too much of the team. I went and, of course, bought some new players and tried some new things. We are going to do the rewards today, of course, but I went back and bought David De Gea. I just shouldn't have sold him. I can't even remember why I sold him. Did I sell him to buy Ronaldo? I either sold him to buy Ronaldo or sold him to buy Messi. Ultimately, that might have been a mistake because I already had a De Gea sitting there doing good things. I put Bellerin back in the squad. Very happy to have him back, and I tell you why, because I bought these 3 beasts that you see, and to have Bellerin on 97 pace, Ramos on 96 pace, I believe, with Chem style. PK, who, although like it says he's got 74 pace, but he is a prime example of why face card stats never really tell the whole story. Because if you believe in Chem styles like I do, this is important. If not, then it doesn't make any difference. But he gets boosted to 86 pace with a Shadow Chem style. However, he gets 91 sprint speed. It's his acceleration that's quite low. And he goes to 99 defending. That's mental. That's just mental. And it's noticeable. I've played a fair few Division 1 games with these 2 players. I did lose 1 game. The dude went 1-0 up after 10 minutes and then just hung on for dear life. And I just wasn't able to break his defense down. But yeah, these 2 guys have been just brilliant. And then Marcelo again, left back. The pace in this defense is frightening, and it feels really good. And one of the things that I wanted to do that we would have talked about briefly earlier on the video is fix the defense. After speaking to AA9 Skills, you know, he made it very clear that whether you've got Ronaldo, Ibra, Suarez, Messi, Neymar, Weah, Best, Hullet, Vieira, it doesn't make any difference because they're all going to give you very similar outputs of goals. So I was like, yeah, let me go back to something that worked. Hazard, Ibra and Sterling. The midfield that worked of Chan and Fernandinho with Roberto Firmino. And like the midfield is a bit I could use Kane, I could use Dele Alli, you know, I could put Costa back in. The reason why I chose Firmino over all else is because I wanted at least one midfielder with 4-star skill moves. I used Anthony Martial up front for a bit, but I genuinely rely on the height of the striker. Having Ibra at 6'5" is just so important for me. So I've got a good bench. We've got Rashford, Son, a lot of pace with those 2. We've got Dele Alli and Nainggolan, some good midfielders. We've got Lacazette with some skill moves and some pace. Harry Kane, who's just as big as Ibra, or like, well, 6'2" instead of 6'5", but you know what I mean. And then Luis Suarez. Like, our bench is just brilliant. And the team, it's playing really, really well for me in Division 1. So, as I say, the next 2 weekend leagues are going to be, for me, testing what I can do with this team and whether or not it's going to be viable. And in terms of, like, custom tactics, I'm back to default. I believe everything's default. Yeah, I literally just put it to cover. I thought, let me go back, because I didn't even play with custom tactics until, like, 4 or 5 weeks ago. I just used to have everything as default anyway. And in terms of player instructions, I believe I've gone back to basics with that. The 2 fullbacks set to stay back while attacking. We've got Chan at balanced attack, and on that note, I would probably want Chan on the outside, Firmino on the inside, because my central centre midfielder is a guy that usually does well for me in going in an attack. So in terms of player instructions, I've got the 2 outside dudes to stay back while attacking and everything else default. And then all 3 attackers to stay central and get in behind. And this is what worked for me. And I got away from that trying to chase the top 100 dream, when in reality, I think what might have been the better thing to do was just to shore up my gameplay. I don't think for me personally, making the difference in tactics and instructions and such is going to get me from 34 wins or 32 wins or 30 wins up to 38 wins. I think it's fixing the team so it suits the meta better and fixing my gameplay and you know, the lack of composure and stuff. And I think this might be the team to be able to do it. Everyone here gets perfect chemistry. After one more game, Marcelo, or 3 more games, sorry, Marcelo will also get the 10 chemistry. Everyone else here is absolutely fine. I'm still open to change the midfield up, you know, like as I say, I've got a lot of players and a lot of players that I'm not using now, but I don't care anymore. You know, I've got so many good players, all these items, all these sellable items still in the club as well. I've got so many good players in this club that I can afford to just not care about not using so many of them. Look at all these players I'm missing. That Coleman card was so good for me, but Bellerin is required for that Spanish link, and I wanted to try out a super fast defense. 97 pace, 96 pace, what did we say, for 86 pace for PK, and I think it's like 94 or 95 pace for Marcelo once he gets the extra chem point in. So that's where we're at, guys. I sold some players and sold some items and stuff. I think I accidentally cleared one list. Oh, I did. I accidentally cleared all of it. I thought I did. So everything that I was trying to sell. Why is that Minin still listed? I don't know. I haven't sold the Benteke yet. He's been the cheapest on the market several times as well, and he just won't sell. That Minin's still there as well. But like, I sold Emre Can, I sold Mane, and actually, you might have seen it in the video. I might have had it on my Elgato open whilst I was doing it, but yeah, for right now I haven't. Anyway, we've got our FUT Champs rewards. It's not the best for us. Obviously, we were only picking up Gold 2 rewards this week because I stopped playing. But we get 1 rare gold pack, 2 rare mega packs, and 45,000 coins. Very nice indeed. Can't really complain. And as I say, for us, this month it's about just making sure we get Elite Monthly, which is 43 wins away. So as long as I get 21 or 22 wins this week, and then 21 or 22 wins next week, depending on which one I got, I'll be fine. But obviously, if I can go on and get the aim, I guess the aim this week is just to try and hit Gold 1 without caring. You know, don't worry about getting to Elite. Just get to those 25 wins with no pressure, no stress. Get up there, and then, you know, we'll have the final week as a good place. But I want to stop this next 2 weeks, because I've ruined this month with 2 Gold 1 placements and 1 Elite 3 placement. I want these next 2 weeks to just be carefree. Play if I want to play, don't play if I don't want to play. And then when the new month starts, next month's FUT Champs kind of starts, that's when I'm going to go hard again and make sure I do everything in my power to get on top of things. So 3 packs available, guys. 2 rare gold packs. Rare gold pack number 1. What are we going to get? Nothing amazing to start with. We're going to... Oh, Asmir Begovic. That's not bad. It could be worse. It could be worse indeed. We get a few things that we'll send to the club that will be nice. We'll discard those 2 things. They're not worth a damn thing. I'll send the players up to the trade pile. And Acosta there as well. And we'll send the items into the club. That Argentina away kit we already have in the club. So I'll discard that. So the first pack... Not great, not bad, could be a little bit better. And then a rare mega pack number 1. No walkout. Do we get a special card? Ooh, big flare. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Douglas Costa. That is not bad. See, now we've previously had not top 100, Gold 1 weeks where we haven't got 84 rated player or better in our 2 100k packs. We now get this pack, we get an 84 rated player, we get some good players in here, Sanson, Sidibe, Dalbert. Ooh. For a left back with 90 pace, some of his stats are pretty bad, but 90 pace left back, we get some nice consumables there, some sellables. We'll send all of that sort of stuff to the club real quick. Next up, the fitness card can go into the club. That Sevilla kit, yeah, I'll keep that Sevilla kit. We'll send these dudes up to the trade pile and discard the remaining items. And then, last but not least, rare mega pack number 2. No walkout again. Big flare again, though. Who's it going to be? It's not huge. It's going to be Xhaka. Now, we've already got plenty of Xhakas in the club because we've been saving them up for any potential SBCs that come. Again, some more like items there that will be sellable one stage or another, and then we'll pop him, and him to the trade pile. So the rewards this time around, guys, unfortunately, not the most amazing things for us. What's in promo packs? Mega pack. I'm not wasting 35,000 coins on a pack. But in general, I'm actually happy with where the account is right now. I think that this might be the team that leads us into team of the season. Maybe a midfield change here or there, but this might well be the team that leads us into team of the season. We've also got almost 1,000 games now on Hazard. He's 73 away from being the first player for me since FIFA 11 to hit 1,000 games. I don't know if I'm ever going to get him to 1,000 goals. Obviously, not playing with him for so many games because I was using Ronaldo and such kind of really dampened his goal-to-game ratio, using him as a sub and such. So we'll see how it goes over the next few weeks, picking up goals and assists. And he's nearly at 1,000 goal contributions, which is pretty amazing. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.